Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo Shot himself.
Of Harlem.
Yeah, I'm just strolling down the city. I'm just rolling down the city. You already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moo Shot himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazon, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo. Ah, man. Man, I don't know, man. I just feel like going live, man. No people ain't expecting it, man. You know, whoever rocking with your boy tonight. Midnight smoke, midnight love, whatever y'all want to call it. And people can catch the playback. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm a little hungry. In the box in 2022. And 2022, man. So, yeah, man. Y'all see the thumbnail. You see the title. Too many complaints in the sport of boxing, man. Too many Oscar the Grouches, you know? Everybody always complaining, oh my God, boxing, man, yo, Heyman, yo, Bob, man, Oscar De La Hoya, man, these fighters ain't fighting, complaining, a bunch of grouches, a bunch of Oscar the Grouch, a bunch of Muppets, a bunch of puppets, always complaining, man, yet people still on the YTBC talking boxing. Boxing content creators are still going to make videos. Boxing content creators are still going to capitalize and make videos and you know, great subscribers and great followers that respect the work, you know, show love and they donate and things of that nature. But yet, many people say that boxing is dying. Or they're just mad how boxing is going by. But every single day, all the boxing channels got content. I mean, if there's nothing going on in the sport of boxing, why is there content? Huh? Come on, folks. Really? There's always something going on in the sport of boxing, but they say nothing is going on in the sport of boxing. But yet, people still gonna make content about the sport of boxing. I mean, people don't want to pay pay-per-view, but people are still capitalizing off boxing. Because if boxing was dead and if there's nothing going on in the sport of boxing, or the people ain't getting what boxing needs, or boxing is not providing what boxing, you know, boxing is not providing what the people want, how is boxing have successful channels like my fellow boxing creators? Have you ever asked yourself that? With all the complaints that you hear in the YTBC, in Twitter boxing, and Facebook, or wherever you have your social media camaraderie and talk about boxing or whatever circle, why does that same boxing content creator keeps on making videos, keeps on going live, and actually capitalize? Hey, some of the boxing content creators have more views than the last pay-per-view buys. But yet boxing, people want to complain about the sport of boxing. You ever noticed that? Or is it just me? And again, shout out to all the boxing content creators. Some of us don't agree with one another. Some of us do agree with one another. All the boxing content creators that break it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. But listen to me, folks. Just think about it. If boxing content creators, boxing personnels, fans keep on arguing, fans keep on debating that boxing is not where it's supposed to be, year after year after year, fight after fight after fight, pay-per-view after pay-per-view, the zone fights, ESPN fights, we're not getting what we want, we're not getting what we need, the fighters ain't fighting one another, this fighter is scared, this fighter is scared, most of the fighters are scared, most of the fighters don't want to fight, most of the promoters don't want to put the fight on, but yet you keep on being on the channels, you keep on putting out content, and you keep on going out live. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't you feel like maybe somebody is lying? Think about it, folks. If boxing is not giving nothing, how the fuck do you have something to say? I mean, you can't just say, you just can't be complaining every single day. Boxing is not giving you anything. We got too many Oscar the Grouches right now in the sport of boxing. We got too many Oscar the Grouches, too many beta males, too many baby mama drama type of mother effers. What's good, Danny? What's good, mi hermano? Boxing works 24/7. You're going to have a bunch of boxing shows in the morning. Shout out to all the boxing content creators again. You're going to have boxing shows in the afternoon. You're going to have boxing shows in the evening. You're going to have boxing shows in the midnight. And if boxing is not giving what the people want, how the fuck do you have content? Huh? If pay-per-view is not worthy, how the hell is all the boxing content creators talking about a fight that 90% of the people said that they won't buy the pay-per-view? Or this fight is bullshit. Really? Charles Martin? I mean, he hasn't fought in almost two years. I mean, Luis Ortiz, he should retire. So how is these two names and how the fight yesterday was on everybody's mouth? Because y'all want to be Oscar the Grouches at all times. Y'all complain with every fight, with every event, with every promoter, with every play-by-play guy, with every fighter, with every manager, advisor, but yet your ass is still talking about the sport and capitalizing off the sport. Talk to me. Let's go. Let's keep it real, baby. This is Punch Round Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. El adobo, el sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. I know I'm not the only one going live right now. And I know I'm not the only one that's going to be putting out content at this time. And if I'm not live, somebody else is live, and somebody else is live, somebody else is live, and there's people on the panel, and there's people on the chat. If boxing is so dead, if boxing is so not giving you what you want, so how the fuck if we have a bunch of successful boxing channels if boxing is not giving us what we want? So you tell me what those boxing channels is giving you. Talk to me. If boxing is not giving the fans what they want, if you're gonna blame Al Heyman that's taking over his how you say his operation for like since 2014, and I've been hearing, oh, how Heyman this and how Heyman that and how Heyman this. Before that, in the 90s, I heard complaints about Don King and us robbing the fighters. Yo, that's effed up. Where here comes the guy Al Heyman that gives the fighters their money and give their fighters their good pay, and you're complaining about that. You complaining about Don King. Make up your mind, fans. This is why boxing personnels do not approach their next move because of the fans' feelings. I want to see this fight. Ladies and gentlemen, I said on my last video, when I'm talking about Al Heyman, but this goes out to everybody. They do not dictate their next move because of your feelings. If you do not like the product that is out there, if you do not like the status of boxing, then walk away. If you feel battered, if you feel angry, if you feel like boxing is not satisfying you, if one of my female friends keeps on bitching about the dude that she's with, and the dude keeps on hitting her or abusing her or not satisfying her, what would you tell that girl? What would you tell that friend? Bitch, get the fuck out the motherfucking crib and get yourself another dude that's gonna satisfy you, treat you right. But no, every single day, every single hour, around the clock, everybody is complaining in boxing, but yet boxing content creators put up more content. People go live, and people capitalize, and people get their super chats. Good looking out for the subscribers and the followers, huh? There's certain channels that make a good living out of this, and more praise to you. That's what I'm talking about, because loyal subscribers, you keep us going. You keep on making us feel like we're doing something good. But yet, on the flip side of things, if you are those subscribers, if you are those type of boxing content creators that live and die complaining about the sport like bitter baby mamas in family court, get the fuck out the damn sport. Easy. Get the fuck out of my sport. If you keep complaining like a bitter baby mama bitch, get out. Watch figure skating. Watch basketball. Watch baseball. Watch the NFL. Watch UFC. How can somebody be complaining all day long? All day long. Doesn't make any sense. Oh my God, this pay-per-view. So what? Don't pay for it, motherfucker. Excuse my language. Sheesh. A bunch of grown men. Your analytics says that the most people that follows every channel, go check your analytics if you're a boxing content creator, is going to say 25 and up, 30, 35. From the 30s, what is it? 25 to 40. Those are the most people that actually watch. You don't got no teens, yo. You got a bunch of grown men crying and bitching every single day about what is happening to the sport of boxing. We have boxing content creators arguing what's going on with the sport of boxing, but yet there is successful channels in the sport of boxing. Let me say what's up to the people. Woo! Tony in the building. Danny Medina, dímelo, mi hermano. The nursing channel, Jimbo Slice. Cuerva ese punch. 100% honestly, $39.99 wasn't bad. I don't regret it. Great fight. Thank you, Jimbo Slice. I don't regret it either. I paid for it. And I'm not saying that you should pay for it. What I am saying is, if you don't like the product and you think that the pay-per-view is not worthy, then mind your own business and tune into something else. That's all I'm saying. Huh? The late night show. Hey, watch some infomercials. How about that? It's becoming a thing. Like, is it cool nowadays? Like, yo, Rap Salt Boxing Knowledge in the building. What's good, Rap Salt Boxing Knowledge? Major Keep Boxing in the building. What's good? NL in the building. What's good? Tony in the building. What's good? Huang in the building. What's good? Is it like Lofton in the building? What's good? Is it like a people try to be cool? I think people try to be cool when they be like, hey, yo, I ain't paying for the pay-per-view. Shit, I'ma stream that shit. Like, like you complain about the pay-per-view, but yet you gonna see it. There's boxing content creators. Again, I'm not trying to throw this. I'm just speaking general. I'm not mentioning any names. But if you are those type of dudes, you know what I'm talking about. You're going to complain. You're going to go live. All right, look at this fucking pay-per-view. Al Heyman got this pay-per-view. Blah, 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 blah. So the fuck what? You a boxing channel. You capitalize from these guys. You capitalize talking about Luis Ortiz and Charles Martin. How about this? How about you don't play your subscribers? And how about when people do donate to you, it's because they like the boxing content. How about you put it into your channel and you buy the pay-per-view for your subscribers? All right, your subscribers, they want to support you. Your subscribers donate and they support. How about you take that money and buy the pay-per-view for them if they don't want to pay for it, and they will enjoy you talking about the fight that they wasn't willing to pay, but you know what? They willing to pay you to talk about the fight. How about that? Huh? I mean, that's showing your subscribers. Hey, I wasn't thinking. I did not even do a what you call it? A prediction for the fight. Yes, for the Luis Ortiz and Martin fight. I didn't do the prediction for it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do a prediction for it. But you know what I was thinking? Like I thought the last time. I'm like, you know what? But I'm a boxing channel at the end of the day. Maybe my subscribers expect this from me. Maybe this is why my subscribers support me. I have the choice is to give back to my subscribers, to give back to the channel, to give back that this is a hardcore boxing channel. And the hardcores are the ones that's going to buy these pay-per-view that the casuals won't buy. That's what a hardcore boxing is. Or I could be wrong. I'm just passionate about the sport. I'm just passionate about these fighters. Or love the sport enough to just not shit on it. I told boxing content creator one day. He said, yo, he was going after, well, he was critiquing women, certain women in women boxing, right? And I said, at this point, even though that you might not like this person or you might not respect their career and things of that nature, if you care really about women boxing, you know that women boxing don't have, I mean, how you say it? They cannot afford any critiques or to bash them. American boxing for females, I mean, is least respected. So how about with your platform, just limit the critique because they can't afford it. We're trying to uplift them because we love the sport of boxing. How many times you hate when a UFC or MMA fan says boxing ain't shit and boxing is dying? We get pride. We have pride, right? It's almost like if somebody says, it's almost like if you have a crazy child, one of your sons or one of your daughters is a crazy, you know what I'm saying? She hyper, she crazy, he crazy, right? And you know, like, yo, my son is a bad man. He's bad, yo. Damn, he's bad. But then when somebody else says, man, your son is bad, man. Your son don't know how. Your son is too hyper. Your son is too much. You take it off like, what you talking about, man? I could talk about my son like that, but you, who the fuck are you? Huh? Who are you to critique my son? Who are you to tell me that my son is bad? Now you bad. Now you feel me? I take it offensively. Much love to the real boxing purists. I agree some of these fights will be on regular Showtime on Fox, but I'm not gonna boycott the sport I love. If you can support, afford it, cool. If not, cool. Thank you, Jimbo Slice, for preaching to the damn choir. Thank you, Jim. That's all I'm saying. I agree 100%. This is all we're saying right now. That if you do not like the Slurpee in 7-Eleven, and it's too much to buy the Slurpee in 7-Eleven, then you do not have to walk into 7-Eleven and tell the deli man that your Slurpee costs too much and I'm not going to buy it, and then you head out. That's all I'm saying. What's the point? What is the point? Because if somebody did that to your business, I think you will physically do something to that person because they messing with your bottom line. Ladies and gentlemen, I already told you, I said this in my channel. If you follow the channel, I've been saying this for quite some time, and I hope that people are listening. In boxing, the business of boxing, first and foremost, you're not in the boardroom. You do not know what's going on. You do not know what's the plan. You do not even know that when you be like, hey, yo, this is a pay-per-view it's a pay-per-view event, and our number is that we hope it makes 100,000 or 90,000. You're saying, oh my God, it's failing. They failed. They bombed. But you're not in the boardroom. You do not know. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wild Wild West. Boxing is the Wild Wild West. You do not know how money comes into the sport of boxing. It's too many avenues. Yeah, you can have these nerdy dudes that think they know where the money is coming from. When the pandemic happened, there was a bunch of boxing events. Where the money is coming from? I mean, there's no gate. Where the money coming from? Where did that $7 million for Mikey Garcia to fight Jesse Vargas? Where that money came from? You don't know. There's a lot of people that talk and argue like you know the business of boxing and where these money is coming from. If you're not close to any fighters or boxing personnel that deals with money and the checks, stop acting like you know and try to educate to somebody about something that you don't know. You have no idea. Why do you take it into consideration? I know a lot of people is frustrated. You got to think like a fan and forget about how much these people make. Yeah, you bet on the sport. But anyway, why you think there's so many fighters that love Al? Yeah, you cursing them out. Why you think there's so many fighters that love Al? Why? Is he doing something good? Doing something right? I put the fight in the thumbnail, Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. Why? Because so many people talk about this fight. So many people talk about 60-40, 50-50, 70-30. Can somebody please show me a damn term sheet that one representative of each team send it to one another? Can y'all tell me so I could debate the 60-40 or whatever the split it was? Can anybody show me what's the back end of the pay-per-view if they fight? Can anybody send me a damn term sheet of Errol Spence and Bud Crawford? Because how the fuck are you going to be talking about some contracts if there was no contract signed? How? How grown folks talking about a situation that's invisible? They haven't created it. Give me 1 second. Hold on, let me get something in the stove. Your boy, Mr. Moonshine, cooking tonight. Oh, yeah. Cooking tonight. Hold on. Oh, damn. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, right.
Yeah, part 2 now is okay. Oh, okay. Right. It wasn't worked before. Very slow.
All right. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me get the guy music playing. Hold on. Well. Yeah, folks. Come on, let's put it together now. Talk to me now. Huh? I want you to talk to me, folks. Put it on the comment box. I want you to know. I want somebody to tell me where is the contract or the term sheet that Errol Spence or Bud Crawford has sent to one another. Please tell me. Because I want to know what the hell is the argument about. I want to know what the debate about for months and months and months. Give me 1 second.
You'll never be alone. I'll be with you from door to door. I'll be with you from door to door. Baby, I'm right here. I'll be with you from door to door. Baby, I'm right here. But you'll never be.
Spence and Crawford are whack for all the ducking and over marinating. Really? You think are they the ducking and the over marinating? You think they don't got business handlers working for them? You think they could do whatever they want to do? You think they could go to the network and say, we're going to fight right now. Let's make it happen. Hmm? I think this is what I'm talking about, folks. That sometimes sometimes the frustration is towards the wrong people. Yes, they're the fighters, but these fighters don't run boxing. Do you understand that? Fans, do you understand that fighters do not run boxing? And the thing is that we're the hardcore boxing fans. See, we're the one that's supposed to educate the casuals. When the casual be like, "Why? You know what? I heard there's a fight with Bud Crawford and Errol Spence. Why? Why is not happening? No, because it's ducking and they over marinating shit. And aren't we the one that's supposed to be educating the fans? Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, for how long y'all been watching Bud Crawford fight? For how long y'all know about Bud Crawford? For how long y'all know about Errol Spence? Is Errol Spence an Olympian? Do you know about Errol Spence ever since the amateurs? Do you know Bud Crawford since the amateurs? Yes, you know it if you're a hardcore boxing fan. So you know damn well they will fight anybody, anytime, any place. You know why? Because this is what they do. This is how they feed their family. This is how they feed themselves. This is how they groomed. This is how they was born. They've been born fighters. They've been groomed as a fighter. So all this ducking and dodging and all this scare and all this pussy shit, motherfucker, y'all don't know who y'all watching. Y'all watching modern day warriors, modern day gladiators. Y'all watching dudes that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. You talking about Bud Crawford that has fought how many times? Huh? How many times? And guess what? You only see them at the professional level. Can you tell me how many times these fighters has fought for free? Count them. Count them. How many times these fighters fought for free? Ducking and dodging what? Pussy what? Scared what? The only motherfuckers are scared in the sport of boxing is only executives. It's only managers. It's only advisors. It's only promoters. It's only the people that invest on these people and they do not want to lose in their investments. Give me a second.
Wait, wait. Then it's sun is stormy. Then it's not a slow. Setting it needs me. Hand him at the bone. Wait a minute. What do you mean? What do you mean? Spin me when I'm low. Then it's not a show, man. When it's not a fiend.
Let me see what y'all saying. What y'all saying? Victor Garcia, you don't know boxing. You said the best fights take so long to make. That's just boxing. Victor Postal, solid champion. MC Pancho. Crawford has fought nothing but washed up boxers, not top 5 pound for pound. ESPN gonna take him out the list. And that's my point. This is and this. Hold on. I got this music is playing. I got it. Hold on. All right. Get my munchies. 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 Yo, Punch, what you doing? Fucking driving, yo. Ain't you supposed to be in a wheelchair? Yo, Punch is lying. He ain't supposed to be on the wheelchair, son. So, yeah, man. See, I'm going to tell y'all the truth, man. I said this before, man. When I saw this community, man, I really thought it was almost like heaven, bro. Because boxing, you know what I'm saying, is not, of course, it's not like it was before, right? It's not the number 1 sport in America. It's not the number 2 sport in America, you know? A lot of my circle, they didn't watch too much boxing, right? I didn't watch too much boxing. But this community was like, yeah, hardcore boxing fans, you know what I'm saying? People in the chat know what they're talking about. You know, people making channels, you know, people talking boxing, you know? Sometimes you're not following the sport all day long, and then you go to a channel and they, you know, they hit you up with things that you've been missing, right? And but then it's like, yo, what happened? It's like, why we acting like we don't know the sport? Este palomazo. They are worse than Mayweather. Said Crawford has an undisputed to his resume. Exactly. Like, think about it. Look. We're talking about Terence Bud, right? I'm reading the chat. We're talking about Terence Bud Crawford, yo. 3 division world champion and undisputed in 140. Yet, some will have the audacity to say he hasn't fought nobody. Maybe, how about this? Maybe Terence Crawford is just that good that he makes the somebodies look like nobodies. Did anybody take that into consideration? Because I hear the same shit I heard for years when it came to Roy Jones Jr. Even after he beat Bernard Hopkins when he was the #1 IBF rated fighter, right? Bernard Hopkins. Even when he beat James Toney, who at that time was regarded pound for pound and the best defensive fighter in the sport of boxing, Roy Jones Jr. beat him. And did you know what we heard after that? Trust me, I was a Roy Jones Jr. fan to a core. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., my favorite fighter. Did you know what I heard? Roy Jones Jr. after he beat Toney, that he hasn't fought nobody. Even when Roy Jones Jr. went to the heavyweight division, what did people say? Yeah, there was people that gave credit. But then there was boxing fans that said, but it was just John Ruiz. I mean, it wasn't Lennox Lewis. I mean, it wasn't Holyfield. Just to take the credit away from a guy that started his career at 154 and went all the way to the heavyweight later on in his career and became heavyweight champion. And even the hardcore boxing fans will say, but he only fought John Ruiz. Like, John Ruiz ain't the one that beat Holyfield. I mean, look, I'm not saying that Errol Spence or Bud Crawford, which you could pick them, which one is the Democrat or the Republican. I'm saying that Bud Crawford and Errol Spence is like the fans hate each other so much. And both of them are delusional, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. The way that I see, I'm talking about the ones that the way they argue about it. The one that argue about the purses and the 60-40. Like, yo. Nah, your man is scared. Nah, my man ain't scared. Nah, he ain't now. Look. Crips and Bloods, man. Yeah, man. Hold on. What's this? Hold on. You block that stuff out of here. Hold on. What is that? Get out of here. Are you a hater? But anyway, man, look. Boxing is beautiful, man. Look, I think that, man. Again, this is supposed to be the platform. LDB. The YouTube boxing community or whatever, man. We all supposed to be preserving the sport of boxing. I'm not saying don't call out the BS. I'm not saying don't hold fighters accountable. But to be honest, all we hear is complaints all day. Just a bunch of Oscar the Grouch. There's a lot of great things that happen in the sport of boxing. We've seen Jose Ramirez versus Josh Taylor. We see an undisputed bout. We see more undisputed bout this year than in the past 10 years. But yet we complain, yo, boxing, what about it? Well, like back in the days, y'all. People want to talk about the welterweight division. Oh, yo, these guys ain't fighting each other like it was back. Oh, yes, they are fighting each other, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, and I'm going to keep on saying it. Yeah, Errol Spence fought Kell Brook. Kell Brook fought Sean Porter. Sean Porter fought Devin Alexander. Keith Thurman fought Daniel Garcia. Keith Thurman fought Sean Porter. Ugas fought Sean Porter. Ugas fought Omar Figueroa. And now we got the young crop lines coming with Virgil Ortiz and Bruce Ennis and Conor Benn. And then we had Manny Pacquiao that was fighting Keith Thurman as well. That fought Keith Thurman and fought Ugas. What you talking about that the fighters ain't fighting one another? What is people talking about that fighters are not fighting one another? Stop it. It's not the way she talk. It won't go past. Oh, I'm reading something else. The only real Nello. The only real king is Nello. I mean, he's the king, but there's a lot of fighters that's doing their thing. We're about to see Chocolatito versus Estrada, two future Hall of Famers going battling one another. We see Nonito Donaire that's turning the hands of time and have two great stoppages. We've seen women boxing that's coming through fruition and it's really evolving. We have top heavyweights fighting one another in Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, and that fight is gonna go. People are gonna remember that fight for a long time. We got Alexander Usyk versus Anthony Joshua. We have so much. We had Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano, undisputed. We had Lomachenko come right back after his loss and fought top lightweights in Nakatani and Comey. We asked Devin Haney to step up, and he's been stepping up with Linares and Jojo Diaz. Ryan Garcia fought Luke Campbell last year. We told him to step up. We've been telling a lot of people to step up. They've been stepping up. What's the problem? You're going to dictate the sport of boxing for one fight? He said, "Where's your wheelchair, bro?" Nah, man, I'm on my coma break. Nah, man, I'm on my coma break right now. And then when I turn off the live, I'm going back to my coma. Punch, send me the $30 back, or it's not gonna look good when I see you. It's mine, all mine. Yo, man, you know why? Man, y'all trollers gotta do better than that. You know what I'm saying? Look, I come from a snap era. All right, some of y'all gotta go get a book, get some jokes. You think this is funny, huh? Man, y'all better start with some better trolling, man. Y'all trolling is effing up, man. Y'all slipping on y'all troll game. Man. Y'all gotta do better than that. Y'all gotta do better than that. I should just put out the video right now. The video that people that my haters wanted to see. Should I put that video up? Nah, not yet. Not yet. I mean, it's up, but not yet. Nah.
Said $30. That shit won't even pay a cab in New York City no more. That shit won't even pay a cab in New York City, man. Yo, $30. That shit won't even buy you a good meal in a Knick game. Yo, $30 won't even buy you a popcorn with 2 hot dogs and a soda. You gotta buy two out of the 3 in the Knick game. That $30 ain't doing nothing, ain't reaching nothing. Does it show your discharge papers? Save it if it doesn't. Nah, man, I got everything. I'm gonna show y'all everything right now. Hold on. Hold on.
Why are you gay?
Oh man. Hey yo, man, Gilbert, man, tell all the haters to come where they want to. I mean, they're watching anyway. There's some haters watching, so you know what I'm saying. Come on, man, be live on the chat. Be live on the chat. You know what I'm happy though, Gilbert? You know what I'm happy? I'm actually happy that I'm giving some guys their best numbers. I'm giving guys their best numbers. You feel me? So they like, man, I gotta talk about Punch, man. I just did a live yesterday or the day, man. That shit ain't even crack nothing, man. Fuck, I gotta do another Punch video. Yeah, you see me. But yeah, man. Too many Oscar the Grouch in the sport of boxing, man. Too many Oscar the Grouch in this community as well. Always bitching about the sport of boxing, but yeah, everybody always watching channels. We got content every fucking day. So if there is nothing popping in boxing, why nobody's talking every day? There's nothing popping in boxing. That's the content. Nothing is popping in boxing. That's the content. But we don't get the best fights. We don't get the fight that the fans want to see. We don't get the best fights. The pay-per-view is plunging. The pay-per-view is plunging. Man, please, man. I'm watching boxing all day. It's all jokes till I run up on you. Man, so hurry up, man. I'm waiting for you, man. Where you at? I mean, y'all got my address. Where you at, man? Come on, man. Y'all slacking, man. Y'all slacking. You got my, you silence them if you just showed the proof. Man, please, man. Show proof to what? My haters? The fuck out of here, man. I could show the pimple in my ass. That's what I could show them. Proof of what? Proof of what? Hey, man, please. I'm gonna show you proof and how I fake coming in your mom's twat. Shit. I'm gonna fake that. That's what I've been faking. Coming so I could just stop because I was getting tired. Did you come already? Yeah, bitch. Get off me, man. That's what happened. Yeah, get off me. Chicks ain't the only one that chicks ain't the only one that fake the cum. Shit, I fake a lot of comes in my life. Like, man, come on, man. That's it. I've been here for 30 minutes. That's it, man. I thought about every chick in my mind while I'm fucking you. And shit. I ain't coming. Might as well fake, man. I gotta go to work in the morning, man. Come on, man. Come on, trolls. Y'all gotta do better than that, man. Come on, I need some jokes. I need some better trolls, man. I need some better trolls, better videos, better lives. How about that? I need better trolls, better videos, better lives. Y'all slacking, man. Y'all been slacking for the past 2 days, man. The boxing scientist, good looking out, my brother. I appreciate that. The boxing scientist. We need more scientists in the sport of boxing, man. Spit the science. You feel me? Just too much bitter fans, yo. I mean, look, boxing is worldwide, yo. It's so much. Look, right now it's 2:45 a.m. Eastern time. So guess what? We early in the UK right now. The UK is going to be talking about boxing. They got some fights. They complaining that they can't get fights, right? And this is funny. This is when you know that boxing fans, to be honest, collectively, generally, they don't know what they want. Remember when we was in the major pandemic? What's good, Oscar? Remember when we still in a little pandemic, but remember we was in a major pandemic and there was no sports, no boxing. And we was just like, yo, we just want to see boxing. We was down for boxing. The first fight, the first event, wasn't it Top Rank with Shakur Stevenson? We were just happy to have boxing. Right? Now we got boxing, we got undisputed bouts, in ladies. We got how many undisputed, man? We got three undisputed champions. I believe so. In women boxing, we got Katie Taylor, we got Jessica McCaskill, and we got Clarissa Shields. People still complaining. We got a unification bout, and people crying like a little bit. How people was crying over a unification bout between two elite fighters? That's like, all right. Let's put it this way. You see how people like to compare the past to the present, or the present to the past, and want to complain that there's no fights happening. Okay, so let's say everybody in the same division. Let's say everybody's in the super welterweight division, right? Let's say 154. We got Sugar Ray Leonard. Let's just say we got Sugar Ray Leonard. We got Wilfred Benitez. We got Thomas Hearns, and we got Sugar Ray Leonard, Duran, Hearns, Benitez, right? So if Hearns fight Wilfred Benitez, are you going to be mad? You feel me? If we would have had, let's just compare it, right? The top four welterweights, and let's just compare those four names that I just said. What's the top four welterweights right now? What's your top four welterweights right now in the sport of boxing? Can you put it in the chat? Help me out, my brothers and sisters. What's the top four welterweights in boxing right now? The top four. Help me out. Help your brother out. No. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. I know it's early or late, wherever you from. Go mommy alone. You ain't got no lawn if you want your that was a good one. Spence, Crawford, Ortiz, Boots. Come on. Boxing side says Spence, Crawford, Ortiz. Crawford, Spence, Ugas, Virgil Ortiz. EJ, Crawford, Ugas. Crawford, Spence, Ugas. Fourth subject to opinion. Crawford, Spence, Ugas. Crawford, Boots, Ortiz, Spence. Crawford, Spence, Ugas. Let's be real. Right now, Crawford, Spence, Ugas. Spence, Crawford, Ugas. Whatever y'all want to put it. Those are the top three. Top four, y'all want to implement whoever y'all want to implement in it. But you know that Crawford, Spence, Ugas. So why is the fan so mad that Ugas is fighting Spence? That's just the equivalent if Hearns was fighting Wilfred Benitez, but you're mad and angry and saying, I'm not going to pay for the pay-per-view. I want to see Hearn versus Sugar Ray Leonard. I ain't going to pay for the pay-per-view. What would we be saying? We ain't never heard nothing like that. How about if Durant fought Benitez instead of Hearn? I ain't gonna watch it. Nah. Because I want to see Hearn and Sugar Ray Leonard. No. I ain't gonna watch it. Now I would understand if if Ugas wasn't even a champion, if Ugas was just a dude in the top 15, like he's number 14, and Errol Spence is fighting him instead of Crawford, then I would understand. But how is people trying to say they're going to boycott, they're not going to pay for the pay-per-view of Spence and Ugas if he's a top welterweight? These are elite versus elite, and he's a unification bout. And this is why business handlers, boxing executive, don't listen to boxing fans. Because boxing fans flip-flop their way as well. Boxing fans don't make sense as well. The shit that comes out of people's mouth. How is somebody going to really say, I don't want to see Uga, I'm not going to pay for that pay-per-view, and I'm not going to pay for that fight because that's the fight that I want to see is Bud and Errol Spence? Then you just an Errol Spence fan, or you a Bud Crawford fan, or you're just a fan of that fight and you're not a fan of boxing. Dead drop. Facts. Exactly. If Ugas wasn't a champion, I understand, but he is. And he earned the right to be a champion. This is not no vacancy. He beat a legend. He beat Manny Pacquiao. Matter of fact, he retired Manny Pacquiao. He didn't beat Ray Rock. See, if he would have stood with the elevation belt and never would have fought Manny Pacquiao, then people would have been like, yo, but how he got the belt though? He didn't beat Manny Pacquiao for it. But guess what? He did beat Manny Pacquiao for it. All right? He did beat Manny Pacquiao for it. Somebody that people want to see Bud Crawford fight Manny Pacquiao, he didn't get the chance to fight Manny Pacquiao. Errol Spence could have fought Manny Pacquiao. He didn't get the chance. Manny Pacquiao's last performance was beating Keith Thurman. That was supposed to be on top, pause, than Bud Crawford and Errol Spence at the time. If Spence loses to Ugas, everybody gonna be salty talking 80-20. Now, and you know what? You know what? To be honest, this is what it is. I won't be surprised if Ugas beats Spence. I got Spence beating Ugas, but I won't be surprised if Ugas beats Spence. I won't. It's funny that people like to say that, yo, the welterweight division is stacked. The welterweight division is stacked. But then when we got two other fights that's not Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, people bitching like crazy. But I thought it was stacked. If it's stacked, what does stack means? When we say, yo, this division is stacked up, meaning that there's a lot of great fights if you mix and match them, right? If Boots fights Errol Spence, would you be mad? Put it this way: if Boots was fighting Errol Spence and Boots have not won anything, would you think people would be like, I ain't buying for that? I ain't buying that for that. I ain't watching that fight. I ain't buying. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Virgil Ortiz versus Bud Crawford. Virgil Ortiz ain't win nothing, right? You ain't gonna pay for the pay-per-view? Shit, I'm gonna pay for the pay-per-view. Or y'all gonna be like, but I thought the division was stacked. When you say the division is stacked, it's because if you could make some matches, there's a lot of fights to be made. Am I right or am I wrong? Shit, I don't want to feed my ego, but I just want to, you know. What is the boxing world right now really, really? I like it. Can I be frustrated with two fights in boxing? But am I gonna be frustrated with boxing itself? I'm not. I'm entertained. In the 2021 year, I think I was highly entertained. Plus Undisputed after the fight. Plus Undisputed after the fight will make it potentially Spence versus Crawford so big that it will be insane. If Spence wins that fight, will be bigger than it would have been for that just unified champ. The drop. Thurman versus Crawford. Love that fight. Love that fight. Love that fight. I love that fight. Always gonna love that fight. I mean, of course, I want to see Keith Thurman actually beat Mario Barrios. I'd rather see John Taylor versus Crawford than Spence versus Bud, just for the clash of styles. You see, that's and see fans. That's what I mean. There's fans all over the world that just got different preference, right? There's some people that want to see Devin Haney versus Kambosa. I want to see Devin Haney versus Kambosa, but there's a lot of people out there that want to see Lomachenko and Kambosas. So let's say you're the one that's complaining about, oh shit, fuck that, Loma versus Kambosa, that shit is wag. Nah, that shit ain't fair. Guess what? There's a whole crop of people that don't give a damn about your feeling. They go and watch the Lomachenko versus Kambosa. And then if it's Devin Haney versus Kambosa, and then you're a Lomachenko fan, yo, that come on, man. Devin Haney ain't won the belt. We want to see Kid Lomachenko and shit. He worked his way back up. He beat better opponents. Da, 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 da. At the end of the day, those fights are good fights. Why are we complaining? What's the complaint? What's the complaint? Oh shit, I'm gonna switch that device. Hey yo, y'all want to see? Y'all want to see? Y'all want to see? Should I show y'all? Should I show y'all the video of the car accident that my haters wanted to see? Yes or no, or I shouldn't have to prove anything to anybody. Which I feel. Y'all my peoples. Y'all my channel. Which I feel. Louis Tovar say yes. Should I show the video right now? Or be like, yo, Punch, you don't gotta prove nothing to nobody. You ain't the only one, bro. I've seen this boxing. I want to see you, brother. Southpaw said yes. Louis said yes. Let me see who's gonna be like, nah, man, you gotta show that shit. The fuck you gonna show? What the fuck you gotta prove something to your haters? All right, but let me see if y'all want me to show me in mine. Don't be like Crawford and Spence and show it real. For what, Punch? It's only lames on here. Facts. Don't gotta prove shit, right? It's up to you and Nestor Rodriguez. Let me see if the haters. Let me see. By the time Thurman climbs in the ring, Fab, it will have had only 2 fights in the last 5 years. It's mad the boycott is growing. Who's boycotting? Now, just say the name, Joey, because you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't like to, even though there's channels and you can actually say the name. Who the one is saying that's actually boycotting Ugas versus Spence? Who's boycotting that? What the fuck is up with these dudes wanting proof of another man's injury report? That's crazy, right? But I want to see. Let them hate Punch. A lot of snakes out here. I know. You see them, Danny, right? That's one thing I've seen, man, this year. Man, bro. And you know what's funny, Danny? Shit, I ain't even had to cut the grass. Motherfuckers was cutting their own grass. Shit, in the YTBC, man, there's more snakes than grass. In the YTBC, there's more snakes than grass. True Colors came out. Yeah. But you know what? Danny, also? Other things, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, put it this way. There was people that supported me. And then they switched up, they got bamboozled and shit like that. But then there's other people out there that I wouldn't even think that would be praying for me and supporting me, you know what I'm saying, and wish for my good health. I would. So, you know, there's certain people that push boxing to a side and push our differences to a side and look and saw human. And there's other dudes that thought you was cool with and became snakes. That's some crazy shit. That's some crazy. And so yo, so it's like it was a good and bad. You feel me? HLD, you my brothers for life. Thanks, Luke. Victor Garcia, Thurman done it. Done. If he beats Barrios, he's going for the last payday. Maybe not, man. Maybe not. Why they want to boycott the black fighters fights, but not Canelo for tune-ups in a row? But who's trying to boycott the fight though? Who's trying to boycott the fights though? Like it's hard to say that type of comment. I want to boycott the black fighter, but who's trying to boycott it though? Who is trying to boycott? There are a lot of fights for Thurman. Facts. There's a lot of fights. We're gonna say it's a stack up division, but there's a lot of fights. I've seen people do 360 on you. It's sad, bro. That's why I respect you, brother. Always consistent. Thanks, Danny. Yeah, man, you see it. We see it. I see it. I see it. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny, Danny? I see them in the other channels. Yeah, sometimes I look at other channels and I see them in the comments. And then they saying some slick shit. And then they come to my channel in my channel and leave a comment like they wasn't popping shit in the other channels. But it's funny though. This community is funny. It's cool, funny, good, bad, and ugly. But you know what's funny is some dudes that they can't even handle when brothers support them. They can't even handle that shit. Southfall doesn't even own the telephone and he makes monthly payments. We really don't know what Thurman I hope, man, Thurman look good, bro. I hope Thurman does his thing. But yeah, man, too many Oscar the Grouches, yo. Too many Oscar the Grouches. Yeah, there wasn't enough people that wanted to see the video, man. So, man, I gotta reserve that. I gotta reserve that moment. I gotta reserve that moment. I gotta reserve that moment. Yo, why so many Oscar the Grouches? There's a lot of good things happening in the sport of boxing. Are y'all basing on just one fight? Again, like I was saying earlier, yo, what's the price point for y'all on Thurman versus Barrios in the US? $40. To be honest, the guy, I'm a Thurman fan. And I said there's two types of consumers. There's a consumer that want to see a good fight, and they'll pay for it. And there's other fans that just want to see their favorite fighter fight, or somebody that excites them. Just like when people talk ish about Gervonta Tank Davis. Well, Gervonta Tank Davis got a little fan base that's gonna pay for the pay-per-view regardless who he's fighting. If you look at Atlanta, do you think all those people in Atlanta knew who the hell Mario Barrios was? Nah, they're there for Tank, and they're willing to pay the ticket and buy the fight. You know what I'm saying? And this is why. Before I used to say that. Before I used to be like, hey, yo, damn, this pay-per-view is not a pay-per-view fight. It's not a pay-per-view. I won't pay it back. But then I'm like, come on, man, you got to grow up. There's people out there that's willing to pay for it, man. Right? There's people out there that's willing to pay for it. There's men that's willing to pay for pussy, and there's men that's not willing to pay for pussy. I don't knock the hustle. I don't knock you. There's men out there that's willing to pay for a lap dance. To be honest, I'm not the stripper type of dude. I'm not giving you my hard-earned money for a fucking lap dance. You're crazy to get half butt naked because you got titties. Get out of here. I ain't paying for that. I'm not the stripper type of dude. So there's the other dudes that throw all their money to a stripper. Like, I think that's stupid, right? Everybody got what they want to spend money on. So I'm not going to knock them. And that's just like boxing. You don't want to pay for Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin. Then don't pay for it. And but what I was saying earlier was it's so funny. It's so funny that 90% of the people have a problem with the pay-per-view, have a problem with the fight. But yet, when the fight is on and the fight is over, everybody in the community is talking about it. So if it's worth to talk about it, then it's worth to pay. If it's worth to take time away from your family, then it's worth to, that might as well just shut the F up, pay for the pay-per-view, because people, y'all know what people is doing. People acting like it's cool that they not paying for the pay-per-view, but how much you want to bet they are paying for pay-per-view, but then they go to the YTBC and be like, I ain't paying for that shit. Yeah, because you really pay for it. That's why your timing of talking about the fight is like this. So not everybody got, oh, I'm streaming it. Everybody's streaming it. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You ain't streaming. You pay for it too. I paid for it. I paid my $39.99. And you know what? I like the performance. I don't give a damn. It's my money. It's my money. And also the people in the channel, they support and they donate to the channel. And I'm giving back to the channel. By giving back to the channel, I'm giving back to the subscribers and giving back to the people. This is why they support channels, right? People only want names, but names ain't getting in the ring with each other. But you know what? If we, and this is what I mean, Tiptoe, if we are hardcore boxing fans, what are the names? Because if we just talking about, and I'm just assuming when you're saying people want to see names, people want to see Bud and Spence, people want to see Tank and Garcia, people want to see Deontay Wilder versus Fury, or AJ versus Fury, and people just want to see names. But if I'm a hardcore boxing fan, I just don't want to see name. I want to see fighters that build their name. I want to see the journey of a fighter. I'm a Keyshawn Davis fan. But how many fights does Keyshawn Davis got? 4. Is he ready to fight the likes of Lomachenko right now in the 135-pound division? No. Is he going to get that fight? No. You know what I'm saying? I like fighters that's not even pros yet. I like Benjamin Whitaker. I like Gary Cully in 135. I like Michel Rivera. And would I love to see Michel Rivera fight Rolly? Hell yeah. We're hardcore boxing fans, but yet we like to diss people about being casuals, but yet the hardcore boxing fans has beginning to sound casual now, because you cannot be mad, so mad that Bud Crawford has not fight Errol Spence when Errol Spence is about to fight Ugas, who is an elite champion in the welterweight division in this era. So when people be like, I'm not going to see that fight, because of Bud Crawford and Errol Spence not fighting one another, the hardcore boxing fans in the YTBC, little by little, have become the new casuals. What y'all think? Think about it. Think about it. We are becoming the new casuals. Remember, this is the way that we diss other boxing fans. You don't know shit. You a casual. Yeah, but even the top channels in the YTBC, they won't talk about anybody else but the top names. Casuals, right or wrong. YM, I'll ask him if he wants. Let me see. Punch, you thinking too much. What do you mean I'm thinking too much about what? I'm happy, bro. Look, I am happy. This is what I like about my supporters and my subscribers. Hold on. Hold on. Make it the charger. Hold on. Hold on, folks. Let me know if y'all still hear me. Oh. Let me know if y'all still hear me. Your frustration is your own fault. Punch. You think every schmuck that got a channel or be in these chats are hardcores. It's not the case, bro. No. Yo, what I'm speaking, Echo TV, I'm speaking this in general. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really like basing, I'm speaking about the community. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of hardcore boxer fans, and I know there's a lot of casuals. Yet I'm speaking about, I'm also talking about the channels also that I'm talking about collectively. I'm talking me too. Collectively. I'm not as frustrated as others. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay for the Keith Thurman pay-per-view. I'm gonna pay for it because he's one of my favorite fighters. I don't give a damn who he's fighting next. No, I'm just different. Gary Russell Jr. If Gary Russell Jr. and Mark Magsayo was pay-per-view, I'll probably pay for it because Gary Russell Jr. is one of my favorite fighters. You know what I'm saying is that we have become the casuals. The casuals only know names, but if you look at the top channels, right? People just want to talk about the name fighters, because if they talk about names that people feel like they don't know, nobody's gonna view them. So that's what I'm saying, that the YTBC is becoming, and look, everybody leads the way. There could be a bunch of networks, sport networks, but ESPN leads the way. So in the YTBC, there's going to be a lot of channels, right? But the top channels certain times leads the way because the algorithm hits better and things of that nature. Punch. The fans are waking up. Don't tell us trash is gold. No, my brother, the fans ain't waking up. They're not waking up. I'm telling you, they're not waking up. You think they're waking up. They're not waking up. You think they're waking up. They're not waking up the proper way. They're not waking up the proper way. Because right now, fans are still talking about belts. Tyco TV, the YTBC been getting worse. Yeah, it's becoming a gossip show. Everybody is a gossip show. That's what it is. Let's be honest. I mean, it's boxing, but it become gossip. Toby! It's good, brother. I'm not saying that, and I'm putting myself, so this is not like me talking about, this is collectively. This is all of us collectively, man. This is all of us collectively. Right? Punch, you got to move your channel to Rumble. It's new, and you can't be a pioneer for boxing. Rumble is the new wave. It doesn't censor content. They pay better also. What's Rumble? YM. I never heard of that, man. Mr. 704, I rarely agree with you, but you actually making a little sense today. Talk to me, brother. Let me know what you agree, what you feel like you agree, and tell me something that you don't agree on. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get better, my brother. It's the new YouTube. Rumble is called Rumble. How much are you willing to pay for pay-per-views yearly? Over 1,000. Man, I haven't even tallied it up. You're selling wolf tickets, Punch. That's a neck. I'm not censorship free. What you mean I'm selling wolf tickets? Talk to me, my brothers. I'm saying that this is what I'm saying. I'm just speaking. Boxing translates to life itself, bro. All I'm saying is, if you don't like nothing, if you don't like something and it has a price, then don't pay for it. That's all I'm saying, bro. Are you going to complain about something that you feel like is not worth it? Are you going to keep, for how long? For how long somebody's going to complain about, let's say, I'm going to give you an example. For how long somebody's going to be complaining about Al Heyman? How, and look, let's say PBC is putting out pay-per-view. Now they're putting pay-per-view with just regular fights. that people never asked for. Like they got Thurman versus Barrios pay-per-view. Gervonta San Davis Barrios pay-per-view. Think about it. Just think about it as a businessman. If you really think that the business model is not working, put yourself as a businessman. Think about it. Just think about it. Because a lot of people want to be conspiracy theories, right? Theorists. If pay-per-view keeps on failing and keeps on failing and keeps on failing, if you're right, if you're doing it, and if you have a business and you keep on failing, quote unquote, you think so, here's the assumption, you keep on failing, you keep on failing, you keep on doing, are you going to keep on doing the same thing? I don't think so. Logic says that you won't keep on doing something when something is failing after failing after failing after failing. You know why? Because we really don't know what's in the boardroom. We really don't know what's the number that when they first came up with this fight and this event, you don't know if their success number is 100K, is 90K. Imagine they get 90K. Yes, that's the number that you wanted to hit. But everybody is looking at Mike Tyson's number, Floyd Mayweather's number. Maybe their number is not what you think it is. Maybe their success is not your success. And this is what I mean. If you tell me your goal is to be if you tell me that your goal is to have your own truck, your own Thai, halal truck, Mexican truck, or whatever, that's your goal, right? You want to save money. You want to have your own business. You want to have your own truck that you and you know, have food and there you sell food, right? But then another person will be like, and then let's say you achieve that goal. You buy your truck, you selling food off your truck, and then a dude be like, oh, that ain't shit, bro. You ain't doing nothing, man. You gotta have a restaurant like Tao restaurant. Where's your restaurant like Lavo? He gonna be like, my man, what the fuck are you talking about? This was my dream already. My dream was to have a food truck. Your ceiling is not their ceiling. And this is what I'm trying to say. That you don't know what's the business deal. Exactly, Mr. 704. If it was a failure, then they wouldn't do pay-per-view this often. Exactly. That's common sense to me. So there's something that is working for them. But since we're looking at the numbers and we're saying 100K, 200K, 150K, get the fuck out of here. What the hell is going on? We don't know the numbers. We don't know wherever all this money is coming from. Let's be real. Let's be honest, y'all. This is what I mean. I want to be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. Nobody here in the comment, nobody here is in the boardroom. Ain't nobody here was in the boardroom when, Al Heyman said, you know what, Keith Thurman, you're going to come back in February 5th versus Mario Barrios, and we're going to put a pay-per-view. And this is this and that. You were not in the boardroom. You was not there making that deal. You was not there making that deal with Bud Crawford and Bud Crawford and Sean Porter. First K is the new 100K. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is common sense. I don't know the number, but common sense tells me that something got to be working for me to keep for them to keep on putting some pay-per-view. Something is working. The fighters ain't complaining. Is Luis Ortiz complaining? Is Andy Ruiz complaining? Did Chris Arreola complain? Why are we complaining? We don't even know the money. Trust me, what you see out there, what you see recorded, this fighter is getting this such and such purse. You don't know they getting that, man. Nobody know. As long as you a friend that they share that information with, or a family member, or a manager, or an accountant. Come on, man. Boxing is a secret society when it comes to the sport of boxing, bro. It's because Leonard Ellaby Company are desperately trying to turn Tank into a pay-per-view star like Canelo. But the problem is that he doesn't have the fan base. Why? Because he's not fighting top competition. What is how many times do you hear me say that I argue about pay-per-view stars? But at this point, think about it. They must have success if they keep on putting pay-per-views. The problem are fanboys who crown fighters king after picking leftover opponents. Tank us already a pay-per-view. That's why he only fights on pay-per-view. Making sense. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think we gotta act this, and this is why I came. We being Oscar the Grouches, yo. Too many Oscar the Grouches over here in the YTBC. Y'all don't know what the fuck is going on in the business, in the negotiation table, in the boardroom. You don't know the money that's put. You don't know who is investing. You don't know the money. You don't know what's in the pot. You don't know who put money on the pot. Nobody know all these answers. Nobody know. Nobody know. And this is why after the fight, they say, thank you, Al. Thank you, this person. Thank you, this person. But the fans hate this person. I mean, it's getting old. People from Ecuador can't talk about boxing. Oh shit, yeah, this. Tank pound for pound number 3. All right, man. You see? I mean, people got different type. People got different type of values, man. Tackle TV, Crawford pound for pound number 1. Canelo pound for pound number 1. Oh, man. Look, and look, in the YTBC, people know the market also. Sao Paulo looks like a gremlin. Look, in the YTBC is a market, and certain boxing content creators understand that. And it's not about boxing anymore. It's just about stirring the pot. It's about views. I'm gonna say it like this: the YTBC has found a narrative that gets clicks. Yeah, that's what it is. This is why I'm happy. This is why I'm happy. Look, I'm gonna put it like this. Hold on, give me a second. Watch. I'm gonna demonstrate y'all something. Watch. I'm gonna demonstrate. I'm gonna demonstrate y'all something. And this is what this for me as a boxing content creator. This will make me happy. If I'm worrying about numbers, right? If I'm worrying about numbers. So I'm talking about Al Heyman, my last video, right? For example, let's talk about numbers. Let's just be real, right? 769, right? Is a contact of Al Heyman. The one before that was Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, his statement that he made about Frank Sanchez being a heavyweight, that he don't believe that no heavyweights beat him. Before that, all right, that did 2K. Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin did 2K. Gervonta Tank Davis, I did a short, what they call it, the short videos and stuff like that. That did 1K. Canelo sweepstakes, 1K. Clarissa Shields outshine Amanda Serrano, 1.4K. Errol Spence resume, 1.2K. Ryan Garcia, 1.3K. Deontay Wilder, 1.3K. Canelo, 1.7. Teofimo, 6.1. Why I'm saying this is I'm happy as a boxing content creator that I am getting the consistency of my subscribers no matter what I speak about. So I could have, see, the difference between other boxing content creators, that they can't talk about Canelo and then their next video talk about Clarissa Shields and have the same type of traffic, have the same type of support. See, for me, that's establishing a boxing channel. a boxing channel that you could talk about. Look, you could talk about whatever, and people still gonna support you, right? Mark Manzion win over Gary Russell Jr. legacy wise were huge. 764. What was the other one? What's the one that I was looking for? What was the one that the Stephen Fulton? Naoya Inoue versus Stephen Fulton 2022, where Inoue dare to be great 1.1. See, they make content based on their viewers. Exactly. See, I want to make content based off boxing. Because if put it this way, because as a boxing content creator, yeah, if you start talking about this just one fighter, there's two fighters, as soon as you critique that fighter, guess what? Your subscribers, it's like that's like when you shock the body, right? When you shock the body, when you do a new workout, you know what I'm saying? They shock the body. They're scared to shock. They're scared. There are boxing content creators that is scared to compromise their subscribers. You know, I get it. But I would love to bring tomorrow. I'm gonna have an interview with Kid Austin. Kid Austin. Guess what? Kid Austin was one of my best views. Well, one of my best views in 2020, in 2021. My best view video of 2021 was Guillermo Rigondeaux that hit over 300K. It wasn't a Manny Pacquiao. It wasn't a Errol Spence. It wasn't an AJ. It wasn't a Deontay Wilder and Fury. It wasn't a Canelo. My most viewed video of 2021 was Guillermo Rigondeaux. I'm happy. I am happy. Demetrius Andre, I could do look, put it this way. If I do a Canelo content, people will like it. My next content will be about Demetrius Andre, and people will be like, oh, you effed up, or you flip-flopping, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because there is a market where Canelo Alvarez fans, most Canelo Alvarez fans don't like Demetrius Andre. Most Canelo Alvarez fans don't like Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo fans may not like Canelo Alvarez, right? So now, boxing content creators, they know how to fit them. They know how to work the market. They know how to work. Then there's a market of everything. If you do a Manny Pacquiao, you love Manny Pacquiao, then you gotta hate Floyd Mayweather. That's the market right there. If you like Floyd Mayweather, there's Manny Pacquiao fans that's not gonna like your content. You feel me? So people know how to work it. People know how to work it. I want to preserve the sport of boxing. I feel like this platform, the YTBC, is I think it could be so much powerful. My next video, tomorrow, I'm going to do a video of Benjamin Whittaker. Benjamin Whittaker, my favorite UK amateur fighter. Now, is it going to get likes? Is it going to get whatever? I don't care. But at least I'm giving y'all what I think y'all should look out for as a boxing channel. I did a video of Gary Cully, a guy that I think that he's going to get ducked in the lightweight division. I think nobody, I'm not going to say duck, but the business handlers would not want to put a 6'3" lightweight like Gary Cully. Great movement, great jab, great power. Put your money on Andre when fighting. I don't put money on boxing. I don't bet on boxing. Facts Punch do the same. He knows most of his viewers are Hispanic, so he has to cater a lot of content. That's what you think. You think I need to cater. Mr. 704, if you think I need to cater to because it's Latino, nah. The thing is because I know how to speak two languages. It's not about me catering to. See, this is what y'all get it confused. This is how you get it confused, my brother. It's not about me catering to to the Latin, until he said the Hispanic viewers. No, it's because I'm Hispanic. So so my language and the way that I talk caters to the people that are Spanglish, that speak English and Spanish. So if I'm speaking, dime lo que, hey, and I'm speaking, that's just me. That's who I am. They catering that I am Spanish and English. You know what I'm saying? I speak Spanish and English, that I am Latino, that I'm Hispanic. I cater to Demetrius Andre just like I cater to Canelo Alvarez. Am I right or wrong? Anybody in my subscriber that can vouch for that. Do I cater to the Canelo Alvarez like I cater to Demetrius Andre? Nah, but think about it. Mr. 704, do I cater? And let me ask you a question. Do I cater to Canelo Alvarez and cater to Demetrius Andre? Right? I got so much backlash. Put it this way. I got backlash because I said Jermell Charlo won the fight, and I'm saying that on the rematch, Jermell Charlo is going to be Brian Castano. Bunch of people could disagree with me, but am I catering to the Hispanic? I said Jermell Charlo is going to be Brian Castano, and I'm saying in the rematch, Jermell Charlo is going to be Brian Castano. Now, most of the people could disagree with me, but that's my take. So am I catering to the Hispanic fans or my Hispanic fan base? No. Tycho TV. You are straight up on the fighters, black, white. Exactly. I did what I did. Look at put it this way. And who in the community, I'm talking about the YTBC that we jump on panels and stuff like that, debate one another. I did an interview with George Cambosa last year. Ain't nobody was trying to interview George Cambosa last year. Ain't nobody was talking about George Cambosa last year. Let's be real. I wanted to interview Keyshawn Davis before he turned pro. Who was doing an interview with Keyshawn? I did a video almost 2 years ago about Boots Ennis being the next Roy Jones Jr. Now people are talking about so heavy on Boots Ennis now. I did a video that Boots Ennis and Josh Kelly will be a big fight in the future. I've been talking about Boots. Ain't nobody was talking about that. I was catering to the Latino fan. I was talking about Josh Kelly. Everybody know the UK. That was my favorite fighter in the UK, Josh Kelly. Ain't nobody was telling me that I was catering to them. I think that this is what happens. I think that when people see me, y'all see me go hard for Teofimo Lopez, and y'all see me go hard for Canelo Alvarez. Y'all think that that's the whole Latino fan base. No, I'm a fan of Tio, and I'm still gonna go for Tio. I still think he's an extreme talent. He took a L, just like a lot of fighters take an L. He needs to go back to the drawing board. Needs to reevaluate his camp, his team, and then go to the 140-pound division and ride the horse and get back into the winning column. That's it. I'm talking about the business of YouTube content. I mean, I know there's people that use it like that, but I'm for me, in my opinion, I compromise my subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I know it sometimes I do. There's people that when I was talking about women boxing, they don't want to hear about women boxing. Nah, who was all right? Tell me one channel and put it on the link that I said that Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, both women deserve of 7 figures each. Who's the channel that said, how dare they put Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano to co-main event for two guys that's not even champion in Povetkin and Dillian White? That was a slap in the face. Tell me the channel that did that was talking about that. And look at now, almost 2 years later, and Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor are both on their way to make 7 figures on one of the biggest, the most lucrative fight in boxing. And people was telling me that there is no way that Amanda Serrano can make that type of money. And they was laughing and they was joking. And I got a debate that she's not even worth that. Oh, she got her last fight was 65,000, 75,000. She's not worth 7 figures. And I said, oh, yes, she is, because she's a 7 division world champion. She is one of the greats, probably top 5 greatest female fighter that have ever graced, that ever put their gloves. She don't deserve anything less than $1 million. Right? When I'm pumping Clarissa Shields and I'm going live and I bought the pay-per-view and I'm telling everybody, buy the pay-per-view, buy the pay-per-view, buy the pay-per-view. Was anybody talking about race with me? No. When I said I'm going to buy the pay-per-view for Amanda Serrano, it's not really about Jake Paul. But stop talking about that you're not going to pay pay-per-view for Jake Paul. How about pay for the pay-per-view because you know that Amanda Serrano, we're going to support Amanda Serrano. So shitting on Jake Paul is actually shitting on Amanda Serrano. Shitting on Jake Paul and laughing about Jake Paul's number is actually, you're actually laughing at Amanda Serrano's number, in which that could play into effect in going to negotiations with Katie Taylor. You want the number to Jake Paul to succeed because you want Amanda Serrano's number to succeed. So we could go. Look, I even was talking about on my live that how dare Eddie Hearn puts Katie Taylor to be in a co-main event to a Conor Benn that hasn't won anything. You're absolutely correct. Remember, you were on the Boxing Voice explaining why these women deserve it. There's more than enough money in the box. That's what I remember, Danny. I said that. You know why I said that, Danny? Because, like I've been saying, there is money in the sport of boxing, bro. There is money in the sport of boxing that you and I, box. Have you ever? How many promoters have you heard them say that I'm going bankrupt? How many promoters? Bob Arum said that they're going bankrupt. Eddie Hearn. Hispanic is a culture, not a race. I don't think that black, white, and all that stuff is a race either. I think people just made it up. I think people just make it up. There is no such thing as black. There is no such thing as white. Who made that up? Think about it. Who made that up? Exactly. We're the human race. If you tell an Italian man, hey, you white, an Italian man will tell you, no, I'm Italian. Africans, man, I'm born and raised with Africans. Real Africans. Not just American. I'm talking about Africans in Harlem. They say I'm African. I'm Nigerian. They'll say what they are. You know why I'd rather people say it like that? Because some people be like, I remember some girls would be like, I'm Italian and Irish. I'm just white. No, okay, you just Italian and Irish. Some of them be like, nah, I'm Italian. Nah, I'm Irish. Or my boy that I grew up, Troy, he's Jamaican, right? I'm Jamaican. And I remember he was arguing with my other boy that he's African American. He's saying, man, but you black. Nah, I know, but I'm Jamaican, because he wants to be referred as Jamaican, just like a Dominican or Puerto Rican. You'd be like, hey, yo, what you, a Hispanic? Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. Or I'm Dominican. People don't take it to offense when somebody say that. I think that in American, I want people to say that you American. Say that I'm American. That's why I was saying you were making a lot of sense today. Thanks, bro. And we out here to grow, man. I don't know all the answers, man. If I don't learn something today, I had a bad day. Put it that way, man. I'm always eager to learn. I think there are other people that make channels and they just want to listen to their own voice and they just want to be right. They don't want to learn from other people. I want to learn from other people, man. It's a boxing. I want to. Boxing is 100+ year. It's 100+ year sport. We don't know everything. I love to learn from other people, man. I like to be challenged. Ain't no not punch. It's like this. What about this? What about this? Oh yeah. I love to learn. There's other people that don't want to learn from others, man. Too many people got too much ego for no reason. Weird TV in the building. What's good? Too many people just stuck on themselves. Nah, man. If I don't learn something in the day, man, I'm nah, man. I need to learn something. I remember they did. I don't know if it was a scientist or a doctor or a philosopher. He said that humans don't use. They leave to use before they die. Most humans don't use 80% of their brain, something like that. They only use 20% of their brain. Something like that. I forgot who said that, but I remember. I forgot who said it. I remember that shit. I was watching that shit in high school or something, but that was a long time ago. El Sazon from Chico, California. UFC cards are always hella stacked. Today, you should start your channel and be the first boxing channel on Rumble. Send the link, brother. I mean, you can send it to my email. My email was punchrunboxing@gmail.com. Well, yo, every time when I started the channel, I said that, yo, they listening to us, man. We got voices. We do got voices. We don't have the voices to tell the managers and promoters what to do. We do have the voices. I'm gonna say this though, and I know it might sound a little bit contradicting, but we do have the voices to rattle the fighters into arguing with their managers to get them the fight that we want to see. There's fighters that be on social media and they listen, they hear, they read. Trust me, bro. This is the only community that's going to be talking about them. If they don't listen, they don't know what the hell people think of them. Because ESPN ain't going to be talking about fighters and boxing. So they come to the YTBC. And this is why I always say preserve the sport of boxing, preserve these fighters. We are the only ones, we the one that got their back. We're the only one that got their back. And trust me, these fighters do want to fight the fight. But they understand that this is a business. And they understand that they hire managers and advisors to run their career the best that they can. Because at the end of the day, it's a career. You want to live off this. I know I'm going to do that real soon, yo. The boxing signs, I'm going to do that real soon. And that's my goal for this month, is to hook up a phone. I'm gonna do my best to really hook it up. I think that's the next move for the channel. You know, I want to hook up a phone. I'm gonna do that though. I ain't doing all that punch. Just download the Rumble app. It's like downloading YouTube. I'm all right. He said, lazy. You lazy, man. Edgar Berlanga versus Benavidez in 2022. Shit, I think that might happen in 2023. I ain't doing that shit, man. You got a smartphone and you still, man. You can't send the link, man. Man, I ain't doing all that shit. You acting like you're about to lift something up and shit. Hey, you about to forklift something and take it to the other end of the warehouse or something. But yo, tomorrow, y'all, man. Well, today, later on, regular time, 8:30. I'm sorry, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'll probably go a little earlier, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Floyd Schofield, aka Kid Austin, aka the guy that put his hands on Devin Haney in sparring, is gonna be on the channel tomorrow. Gonna be talking about his business endeavors. He got some new, and he got a new information that he want to say. He's gonna let out. Nobody know about it, but stay tuned. Jessica, what's good? Just Taylor versus Persoon. Who do you think won that fight? Woo! You talking about the first one, right? I said this. I think it was a draw, but if they would have given it to anybody, it would be Persoon. I think Taylor really got beat. It was a close fight. It was a good fight, Jessica, but I would have given it to Persoon. I think the second fight, Taylor won, but it was a draw, but I would have given it to Persoon, in my opinion. See, and those are great fights. And that's what I mean. People wasn't talking about it. Jessica McCaskill versus Cecilia Breakers, that one in the rematch. Those are good. Clarissa Shields going back to back. Middleweight and super welterweight undisputed. You know, you got Amanda unifying the titles. You got Makali Mayer doing her thing. You got Estrada. Hey, man, she's knocking everybody out, bro. Estrada doing her thing. Estrada is doing her thing. Shout out to Alicia Baumgartner doing her thing. I want to see Natasha Jonas for real. I want to see Natasha Jonas versus Jessica McCaskill. I do want to see that fight. Shout out to Jessica Camera. You know what I'm saying? I think that she won that fight. I'm not gonna say Rob because Callie Reese did win the last, you could say the last, the championship rounds. But I thought that Jessica Camera won that fight. Estrada's bad, yeah. Jessica, I'm a Taylor fan, but Persoon took that first fight for me. Yep. I mean, I could see a draw, but I give it a Persoon that first fight. I gave it to Katie Taylor the second fight. But Persoon, and ever since that fight, if you look at that fight, Katie Taylor, her defense been slipping, bro. It been slipping. Katie Taylor defense been slipping, man. And think about it. All these girls that's on their prime right now, they ain't that young. Except for Clarissa Shields is young, but Amanda Serrano is 32, 33 years old. Natasha Jonas is 36 years old. I think Katie Taylor is 35 years old. A lot of these girls, man, a lot that got names. Celia Breakers is older already. All these girls is old, man. Estrada gonna take over, man. But tomorrow, y'all already know, man. He said Manny Guzman said Amanda Serrano, nice though. Yeah, she gonna be in the channel. I'll probably get her into the channel this week. Let's see. Baumgartner. Oh yeah, man. She whooped. Yeah, she knocked out Harper standing up. I love watching Super Bad. Yeah, she bad. What a girl. Yeah, man. All these females, man. And you know what? You know what you don't hear about the ladies? They show each other great sportsmanlike sportsmanship. Oh, shout out to Chantel Cameron too. Chantel Cameron versus Callie Reese, undisputed bout right there. They don't quit, bro. They don't complain. You don't hear them complain. You don't hear the excuses coming from the ladies. And well, you know what you see? You see them fight. You see them go at it. They don't step back. They don't run. They don't clinch. They don't do none of that. They fight. I don't care, man. Women boxing is just as exciting. I ain't capping. I ain't trolling. I'm telling the truth. Women boxing is fucking exciting, bro. The women right now, the top 10, these girls are fighting. It's like every day they fighting to something to prove. And maybe there's a 2 minute that forced them to fight. Yeah, that was an awesome fight. But tomorrow, y'all, well, today, later on tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to go live. Going to drop some video, probably drop a video, and probably drop a podcast in the morning. I'll probably upload the new podcast, probably 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. So stay tuned. Love y'all. Have a great morning. Have a great night wherever you at in the world. Y'all already know God first, everything second. Fight plus survive equals true champions. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.